can hear the birds, I can see them fly, I can see the sky.
With the fact of creating a country, I knew I could do that, and it's much more, for me, was much more interesting than just, you know, set up a band and make some music.
Kadebostany was founded in 2008 by the charismatic president of Kadebostan. Originally fronted by singer Amina Kadeli, now the band has taken a new direction with Christina as the leading lady. Since the band and country formed, they have released international hits such as Castle in the Snow, and with a new album set to launch next year, fans have a lot to look forward to.
But I gotta stay, 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 stay.
I do remember the time when I composed that song, and I remember the time in the studio and the atmosphere, and we felt like, oh, we got something, you know, we got the goosebumps, you know, coming, and then there is a couple of millions of views on YouTube, and you know, we couldn't predict the success of this song, but we could feel that there was something special.
I'm a dolphin trapped in a bay. The moon is crying, everything is grey. I wish I could run away.
My influences are wide, you know, and I don't want to restrict myself to a certain genre. And I listen to a lot of different music, from, you know, the pop hits to the classical standard to jazz to electronic, and then, you know, and my influences comes from theater, from cinema, from actually life in general, and you know, you describe my music as something different maybe, and I don't try to be different. I just lose my mind a little bit in the studio, and then I see what's coming out of me, and for sure I do it with extreme sincerity.
I have short hair and I'm faced with a few complications, so if you care, try to analyze that situation. You know, man, as the leaves fall on the ground, my soul is going round and round and round.
In France or in Europe or in Switzerland, in the 60s they used to do expedition, and they went to Africa and they record a tribe there, and they come back with some tape, and they edit a vinyl, and they say, okay, this is the vinyl of the music from Congo, and you know, it was from the 60s. So for me, when I created the Kadebostany Republic, I said the first thing we need to do is to do this kind of records. So songs from Kadebostany represent the folkloristic music from Kadebostany Republic. You know, it's like some people came to the country and just recorded what is the sound of this country.
You know, man, as the leaves fall on the ground, my soul is going round and round and round. So please do it well, just break the spell. Why don't you do it right? I don't want another fight.
Pop collection. My wish was to create singles, radio songs. So obviously, when the people say, pop collection was your breakthrough, I would say, I hope so, because that was the concept behind it.
With my ego, I'm taking off my hood, and I'm entering deeply in the wood. You know, man, breaks are my only food, and it puts me in a strange mood. I am giving you my heart on a silver plate.
It will sound a bit arrogant, but I'm not really interested into awards. For me, we have a vision, we follow our path. We don't need anybody to tell us where we have to go. And if some people decide that, okay, it's cool and we give you an award, then it's fine. But we don't need that.
J-O-L-A-N
was, I guess, the idea of my life, and I knew right away that set up a country will give me freedom, and at this time I needed freedom. I'm excited about a lot of different things, not only music. And when you create a country, you artistically you can go in a lot of different ways, and you can touch a lot of different disciplines. I like visual art, I like music, dance, and with the fact of creating a country, I knew I could do that. And it's much more, for me, it was much more interesting than just set up a band and make some music.
And I love everything about you. It's like you, song, I take it all.
We did a lot of tour in Europe, and we go to perform in some countries that have kind of difficult moments, and you can feel during the show that some people need to be part of something else, and even for 1 hour, they need to, going to a show, going to a concert, going to a party to see a DJ perform or a band on stage, is a way to escape, in a positive way. You need to escape from your day-to-day routine. And for some people, for some reason, in some countries, they escaped and they ended up with the hands on the earth, and everybody were like that at the end of the show, and we have the flags, and it's kind of patriotic in a good way, because we're not politicians. We just want the good things for the people. But you see that you can have an impact on the life of the people and on their behavior that is deep and strong with this country.
Where are you, my guru? I'm tired of calling you. I wish I could be more than a friend. I wish I could be close to you until the end.
A country, for example, is useful when I call myself the president of the Republic of Kadebostany. If I meet with a journalist that I don't find the question really relevant, then I would be a real president. It means that if you ask me something I don't want to say, then I will, find a way to avoid your questions. And it will be perceived like, oh, of course, it's a theatrical performance, So I will still do the interview, and I will look good, and I will be like nice with the people, the journalists. But I can say what I want to you, and I try to preserve my private life, and some questions for me are not appropriate. Not for a president and not for a citizen or for somebody. So, I can avoid. This is another example of a country, what is useful to have a country.
I am frozen to death, alone in the night. I am out of breath, but I will fight.
I think that's the main thing, and that's the main motto, I guess, for Kadebostany Republic. Find your passion and go for it. Even if there is a risk, you live only once. It's, you don't know how it's gonna be tomorrow. So.
But I will fight.
I'm a tiny soldier made of clay. I am pierced by a cosmic ray, waiting to find my
Nobody some people think that Kadebostany Republic is a real country, It's funny, kind of funny, because when you say that, when they say, where are you from the Republic of Kadebostany, they look at you and they say, I'm sorry, but I'm not very good in geography, and then, okay. But mainly the people, they know it's a myth.